welcome to Book Obsession. I'm Ashley Gunn. Today's book review is going to be on Marie Force's Treading Water series. I'm going to break this up into two videos because everything that happens from the second book on spoils the end of the first book, and obviously I don't want to do that for you guys. So this review will be just on book 1, and then the next one I'll cover basically book 2, 3, and 4 because they don't really spoil each other. When we start this book, we get introduced to Jack. And Jack has 3 daughters and is married to a woman named Claire. What makes this story unique is that Claire is in a coma and has been in a coma for 2 years. The doctors say it's very unlikely that she'll ever come out of the coma. She was hit by a car. And so this story is about Jack trying to decide whether to honor his marriage to Claire, even though that would mean being married to a woman who's in a coma indefinitely, or if he should try a new relationship. He meets this woman named Andy. She's a single mother of a little boy who's hard of hearing, and it really sparks fly immediately. Their jobs kind of interconnect and stuff. They're going to be working together. So he sees this possibility for the first time, and that's what this book is. It's really sweet because Jack does things like go to Claire's parents and talk to them about the fact that he's considering moving on and what do they think of it. Obviously it's going to be very difficult for Jack and Claire's daughters because their mother's still alive. They don't understand. It's almost like, is Jack giving up on Claire by moving on? And so this story is a really unique book about the fact that Jack is moving on with Andy even though he's still technically married to Claire, and he even says he'll never divorce Claire. That is his wife, and so even as he continues this relationship with Andy, he continues it knowing that he's married. It's a really odd, interesting dynamic for a relationship that I've never read before, and it brought up a lot of questions because I started asking my husband, how long am I going to be in a coma before you start dating? Because it really does make you wonder. I don't expect that someone will wait around for the rest of their lives for me, but have you ever read those stories about people who've been in comas 15, 20 years and then randomly wake up? That's an awful long time to expect your husband and children to be waiting. And so at some point you're just being selfish by not allowing them to move on, but then you have to realize the possibility of you waking up from a coma and your entire family has moved on. Either way, that's a really difficult situation to be in, and so it's interesting that Marie Force decided to write this book on such an interesting and difficult topic because there's no right way is essentially what it is. If Jack and Andy move on and then Claire wakes up, that situation is going to be awful. And if Jack and Andy never give their relationship a chance and then Claire never wakes up, that situation's awful. It's a no-win situation. Anyways, I absolutely loved, out of this entire series, this was my favorite book. I would recommend it 100%. If you go to my next video, you're going to know how this book ends, and then we'll go through the rest of the series so you have an idea of what all 4 books are like. If you like this review, go ahead and like it. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put that in the comment section, and if you want my reviews every Tuesdays and Thursdays, subscribe. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you again shortly.